his third grade teacher. These are things that you want to do. You want to see, okay, what is a guy made out of psychologically? Because when it comes to the physical part of it, every quarterback can throw the football. If they couldn't throw the football, they wouldn't be in the National Football League. I mean, let's think about it. Ryan Leaf had a way better arm than Peyton Manning. But Peyton Manning was there psychologically. Ryan Leaf, he couldn't deal with the pressure. So pressure busts what? It busts his pipes. So if I'm taking you in the first round, I need for you to be able to play. I need for you to come in here and get this offense. Now, when you look at somebody like a Jared Goff, he played at Cal. So playing at Cal, that's the same system that Aaron Rodgers played in. And mind you, Aaron Rodgers sat for 3 years. He sat behind Brett Favre, and he had to learn how to play the quarterback position all over again. So now they have to wait for somebody like him to get ready. When you take a guy that high in the draft, you're taking him for a reason. That means that 9.5 times out of 10, you're a bad football team. And then you're taking this guy because you need for him to get that fan base. You need that fan base to be strong. You need for them to feel good. I'm from Los Angeles, and I'm not feeling good about no dang on Jared Goff. I'm just not. Especially the fact that I seen this guy play at Cal. I seen this guy play up against USC, and USC's defense wasn't that good, and I watched him. I was like, man, this dude is not all that good. And you take him and you telling me that, oh, well, it's going to take him some time because he didn't play in the NFL-style offense. Man, then why in the hell did y'all take him? I don't understand that. I don't understand it. And then if he fails and then he just breaks down, because we've seen quarterbacks sit there and cry on the football field like, oh my God, it's so hard to finish. It's so mean. Like, dude, shut up. Tim Couch was one of them. Why, Tim Couch. Like, dude, why are you crying? There's no crying in football. Why are you crying? The psychological approach. Everyone can't take it. You have guys who can sit there and take the ridicule. They like, so what? Yeah, I'm struggling. I'm getting paid too. So because I'm getting paid, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to get the job done. But I guess I'm going to say that if I take a guy in the first round, especially in the first 2 picks, I'm going to need for that guy to play. I'm going to need for him to be ready day one. So he's going to have to get it right. And that's why I say you have to know what you're doing as a front office. Far too many occasions, the front offices, they're failing these youngsters. They're failing them, and then they're failing the fan base. And when you don't hit on a first-round draft pick, it sets you back 3 to 4 years. And that's something that you can't have happen, especially here in LA. We love winners. And we can't sit here and we can't wait for somebody like a Jared Goff to come 3 or 4 years down the line. No, we need for him to come in and show us something. Now, is he going to make mistakes? Definitely. He's going to make mistakes. Why? Because he's a youngster. It's going to happen. It is. He's going to make mistakes, but I need to see improvement game after game after game after game. So I guess to wrap it on up, if you're taking a quarterback, say, 2nd round, 3rd round, 5th round, 6th round, 7th round, cool. But if you're taking a quarterback, say, in the 1st round with the 1st overall pick, I'm going to need for that guy to play. Yeah, okay. So we're getting it today. We really are. Now, a few days ago, no, not a few days ago, it was on Saturday. Saturday, I went to the beach. And I have told y'all that, I've been, getting my workout on. And I'm feeling good. But you know what? I've been looking at the scale. And I don't know what's going on with my weight. I really don't understand it. I've been stuck on 210, 209, 208 pounds for about a good 2 months. I don't know what to do. I done cut off my carbs, and for whatever reason, man, I'm just not losing the weight. And I'm working out hard. When I tell y'all, I'm putting in work. Sometimes I work out 2 days in a day or 2 times in a day. I don't know what's going on. I really don't. But I have seen some improvement. So I went to the beach. What beach did I go to? I went to Manhattan Beach. And it's actually a nice beach. So, you know, I was a little bit reluctant to take off my shirt. So I had on my white beater. And then I start looking around at some of the other men. And I'm like, man, that dude right there, he got a pot belly. It looks like he been drinking 40 ounces. He got a pot belly. It looked like he's eating chicken wings and pork chops. And then I'm looking at this guy. He got a pot belly. It looked like he's doing everything that he wants to do. He's doing chicken wings, drinking 40 ounces, and then some. So I'm like, man, I know these guys ain't working out. So, you know, I took my shirt off. And yeah, was it a great sight? No, it really wasn't. You know, I got stretch marks and stuff like that. But, you know, I just felt good. I really did. I'm like, you know I'm big and strong. Now remember, I said that, you know, I wanted to get out of the water, and I wanted to be like a god. Like I wanted to be that guy. You remember that what was that? That Salt and Pepper, that shoot bedoo. Remember when she was like, "Ooh, he's coming this way." Ooh. Like, I wanted to be that guy. It wasn't that. It was more like, man, he's coming this way. Let's get on about this man's way because he got a fat belly. But, you know, at the end of the day, I was with my family. I had a great time. And then also, I learned this, that especially if you're not used to beaches, like if you're like in the Midwest or you're in like a cold area where you really don't have beaches or the sun is not out a lot like that. The thing about being at the beach is that you just hear the waves and you can just sit there and you can just go to sleep. And it's just brilliant. I loved it. You know, I have my umbrella, you know, covering me from the sun, and I just went to sleep. And it was just beautiful. And you would probably say, well, how did you do that? And, you know, you have this big ocean. I'm going to tell you, I don't know. But the water, it didn't bother me. It just enhanced me sleeping. Oh, it was just so beautiful. Oh, my God, you just don't understand it. I loved it. Seriously, I really did love it. I want to do it again. So I think, especially when it gets super hot, because see, here in LA, the really hot months are August and September. That's when it really, really gets hot. June, July, yeah, it's hot, but not that hot. But August and September, whoo, there was a time where it got so hot that I was in my house, and I lie to y'all not. I swore up and down that I saw Satan himself. I saw Lucifer. That's how hot it was. And like he was just chilling. And he was just like this feels good. And I'm like, man, this don't feel good. Like it was super duper hot. And if it was 100 degrees outside in the house, it had to have been 110. And then on top of that, my mama was cooking. Now, for those of you who know that when it's hot, people don't like to cook. I don't know what she was doing. I mean, she was in there sweating. Oh, man, but I ain't lying. I saw Lucifer himself. I saw that red devil, man. And that dude right there, he was enjoying it, but I wasn't enjoying it. But yes, coming up on the Grizz, Warren Sapp. Something took a piece of Warren Sapp. And then also, I love how Dr. J is giving the youngsters their respect next here on the Grizz. We're back, and this is The Grizz, and thank you for listening to me here on SME. NFL players, they really need to get it together, and I'm talking about business-wise. There's something that I've known, and I know you have known, is that the NFL is a very shrewd business. Whether it's, okay, yeah, we gave you a big deal, but we don't think that you're living up to your end of the bargain. So as a result, we're not going to pay you anymore. And you like, dude, but you said you was going to give me this. Yeah, we know what we said, but we're going to change it. And players, they need to understand that at the end of the day, especially in the NFL, there is no loyalty. You can't be loyal. Why? Because they're not going to be loyal to you. There are only a handful of organizations that are very loyal. One that comes to my mind is the Pittsburgh Steelers and then the Dallas Cowboys. And even then, at the end of the day, it's all a business. So when I look at somebody like Antonio Brown, and he came off of a season where he had 136 catches, and you trying to tell me for 1,800 yards, and you trying to tell me that he can't sit there and get his money, a man that has outplayed his contract, is like, really? Like, you really can't give this man his money? He's went out there, he has done everything that he is supposed to do, and you're only going to pay him $6.25 million? That's less than the league's top wide receivers. Come on now, that's not right. You don't want to pay the man. And here's the thing, that makes my argument not valid, because I just sit there and I just said that the Steelers was one of the organizations that are loyal and that will look out for their players. But as of right now, they're not doing it. Do I believe that they will actually get the job done? Yes. But when you look at the numbers, 2014, 2015, Antonio Brown has led the NFL in receptions. Since the merger in 1970, there have only been 3 wide receivers who have done that. Antonio Brown, Sterling Sharp in 1992, 1993, and then Kellen Winslow in 1980, 1981. The man deserves his money. He needs to get his money, and he needs to get it now. The same thing with Eric Berry. He wants his money, but they hit him with the franchise tag. Players out there need to understand that this is a business. So if I'm Antonio Brown, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, that he doesn't get a long-term deal this year, and I don't think that he will, but let's just say next year comes and